Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So first of all, I want to apologize. I did not upload on Monday and that sucks. I hate missing upload dates. It drives me crazy. I've been really sick the last week or so, and yesterday getting up, putting on a full face of makeup and doing a video was just, it wasn't gonna happen. So I apologize for that, but we're back. I don't plan on missing any other upload days anytime soon. So yeah, let's just get started, shall we? So for today's video, we're going to be talking about the new Milani eyeshadow palettes. These just recently launched, I think last month, and they just made their way into stores on Milani's website. You can get them for $20, but if you buy them in store at Walmart, which is where I got them, they're only $14.99. So definitely try and find them at Walmart first because you'll save a little bit of money. Plus you'll save on shipping, which is always good. So they have two different ones. The first one is the Most Loved Mattes, and this is what it looks like. Obviously this is my jam, this is my thing, this is my number one. It's got the purples, it's got the warm tones, it's all matte, it's perfect. And then the other one is their Bold Obsessions palette, and this is what it looks like. It's a little bit different. It's much more cool toned, even though it's got these pops of warm tones and everything. It's mostly cool toned. So first of all, I want to talk about this packaging. These are freaking gorgeous. I can't believe these are drugstore. I honestly can't. These look exactly like those Stila palettes. They're freaking gorgeous. It's got this beautiful gold cover with the black writing, massive mirror. It's friggin' beautiful. I will say this is all plastic, so it's not that high end because it's all plastic. There's no metal involved in anything, but it's really nice. It's got the click shut. It's a really sturdy packaging, and I appreciate that. Plus it's very compact, so you can travel with it easily. I love the way they set these up because you can move all around, or you can do the individual rows and get a concise look that makes sense, which I just think is kind of perfect because that makes them good for beginners and good for people that know what they're doing. Even people who know what they're doing, I find it easier to go for a palette like this because on a day where I don't want to think, where I just need to throw something on my eyes and I need to get out the door, this is what I'm going to reach for because I can literally just hit these rows, throw them where I need to throw them, and be done. I don't have to think about where I need to put things, which is fantastic on some days. Like I said in the beginning, this is definitely my favorite. This is the Most Loved Mattes. It's just what I go for on an everyday basis. It's all matte. It's purples, it's warm tones, they're easy to work with, and it's just what I prefer. I will say you probably don't need both. I think you could probably find all of these shades in different palettes if you have if you have a large eyeshadow palette collection. I think you could probably find all of these in other palettes. I will say if I wasn't doing YouTube, this is the only one that I would have bought just because this one really doesn't speak to me that much on a personal level, but I still think it's beautiful. This one is the one that I mainly used on my eyes today. I did pull in a couple colors from this one, but I mostly used this one. Okay, so here's the swatches of the Most Loved Mattes palette. I went ahead and skipped over the cream shades just because I feel like it's kind of a waste of time to swatch those because you can't really see them, and it just doesn't make that much sense. So here are the shades. Each column are the 3 shades. I feel like the 2 darkest shades do get a little patchy, but I find that doesn't really translate onto the eyes. Okay, and then here's the shades for the Bold Obsessions palette. The only one in this palette that I didn't swatch is this one, cream shade. Just because, again, I didn't think that it would show up, but the others are all swatched. Okay, so now let's get into the formula and whatnot. I have to say, the Bold Obsessions palette, I find the formula to be really inconsistent. Some of the shades are like really buttery and beautiful and blend really easily, and some of them are patchy and dry and stiff, and that's kind of annoying. Some of the shimmer shades are really compacted, nice shimmer shades, and some of them are really creamy, wet type of shimmer shades. And then some of them, like this middle gold one here, I find to be really, I don't even know what the word is, like it just kind of falls apart. It's really crumbly, but it's also really creamy. So that's one that you probably want to like foil, or make sure you put down a glitter glue first or something like that, because it's gonna fall everywhere, which is kind of annoying. Also, the black in this palette I find to be really just gray, like a lot of drugstore blacks are. They don't stand up. They end up turning gray when you try and blend them out, and I'm just not a huge fan of it. So this palette in general, I just don't think I would recommend to people. It's just a little too inconsistent. However, the matte palette is phenomenal. It is unbelievable that this is drugstore. Honestly, it blows me away every time I use it. I don't find any of these shades to be difficult to work with. I don't find them to be different formulas than anything else. I find them all to just be really on par with each other, and it's fantastic. I am pleased with every eye look that I come up with whenever I use this palette, whether it's dramatic, whether it's an everyday kind of look. Every look I come up with, I'm happy with, and I think that's the true mark of a good palette. There hasn't been one look where I'm just like, God, no, I have to take this off. I can't wear this all day. It's fantastic. I find these shades to blend together really easily. They're pigmented, but they're not too pigmented. There's like zero fallout. It's ridiculous. The other day I did a look where I put the darkest purple shade all over my lid and just like packed it on, and there was no fallout on my face, which is crazy. It's basically unheard of. Like, when was the last time you put a dark matte shade all over your lid and had zero fallout? It doesn't happen. I've never had it happen before. It's ridiculous. Why does this keep going out of focus? Yeah, in general, I am a huge fan of this palette. I will recommend it to anybody that asks for a good drugstore palette. This is my new #1 favorite drugstore palette. Maybe my new #1 palette in general. Like, it's just that good. It's amazing. I'm blown away that these are drugstore, and I highly recommend that you try them out. I know that the $15 range is steep for drugstore, but with these particular palettes, or at least the matte ones, I think it's worth it. I really do. I don't mind paying a little bit more for a quality product. My issue comes in when they're charging $15 for something that's total crap. That's annoying, but these are not total crap. These are amazing, and I guarantee that you will enjoy them. I guarantee it. These have my stamp of approval. They really do. I hope you guys liked today's video. I hope you found it informative and helpful, and yeah, please subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll catch you in the next one. Bye!